So, the previous session, we are dealing with strings, isn't it? Some built-in functions in string. Which are the commonly used built-in functions? Pooja? Any two. You just give the explanation for any two built-in function. You are not audible,
Len.
Pooja. Okay. Len.
Len.
Then, Mm.
Capitalize.
What is the use of that one? Len and capitalize.
Len is used to give the length of a string.
Mm.
And capitalize, it gives the first letter as capital letter and the rest as small letters.
Okay. So, it is Len and capitalize. Another one, Vinayak, another two.
And is lower and is upper.
Okay. What is the use of that is lower and is upper?
Is lower, it will check if the characters are in lowercase.
Mm.
Then is upper, it will check if the characters are in uppercase.
What is the result of that is lower and is upper, Vinayak?
And true or false.
That is Boolean values. Okay. Tom, another one.
Is alpha is digit.
What is the use of that?
Is alpha should check whether the characters in a string are alphabets,
Hmm.
and is digit to check whether they are numbers.
Okay. Anaga, next two.
Ma'am, is alnum and is title. Is alnum returns true if all the characters are alphanumeric, and is title returns true if all the characters are in title case.
What is title case, Anaga?
Title case, all the letters, first letter of all the words will be in capital.
Good, Anaga. Then Niranjan.
Split and replace.
What is split?
Split is a function that is used to split a string into list on the basis of the delimiters.
Which are the two parameters used in split, Niranjan?
Max split and I don't remember the other one.
Max split and John Philip. Which is the second parameter?
Separators.
Yes, separators. Okay. What is the use of that separator and max split? John?
Ma'am, it separates at specified places. And if there is no separator specified, it will show space as separator. Then max split is the number of splits allowed.
That is number of parts. Okay. So John Joes, what is replace?
It is used to replace a substring from the main.
Okay, Pranav, what is alnum, Pranav? Pranav? What is alnum? All of you switch on the video. John, Ranil, Jacob, Pranav, Jeez, switch on the video. Do it fast. Jeez, Pranav, switch on the video. Do it fast, children. Pranav, am I audible, Pranav? What happened to John and Jeez? Jeez, your video is off. What happened? Okay, Pranav? No response from Pranav. Okay, we can continue. So, so many built-in functions are there in this strings. So here is alum, is alpha, is digit, all these are over. Then next one it is lower upper title. Lower upper title. It is lower upper title. The previous day we just discussed about is lower, is upper, is title. Here it is lower upper title. Is lower means is lower, is upper, is title means it will check if that particular string is lowercase, uppercase or title case. That is lower, is upper, is title. If it is lower, if it is upper, then it will return true value. Or if it is in title case form, then it will return true value. Here the function it is lower. Lower means it will convert a particular string into lower case. Here it is for is lower, just like the word meaning, it is for checking if that particular string is lower or not, lowercase or not. The difference is lower is for checking if the particular string is lowercase or not. But here it is lower. Lower means it will convert that particular string into lowercase. If it is capital letter, it will convert that entire string into lowercase. Or if it is small letter, then it will display the same. Okay. So here lower is there, upper is there, title is there. So lower is for converting a particular string into lowercase, and upper is used to convert a particular string into uppercase. Title is used to convert a particular string into title case. Title case means each character, the first character of each word in a sentence will start, is converted to capital letter. For that we are using title. So the difference between is lower, is upper, is title is that is lower, is upper, is title is for checking if the string is lower, upper or title case. And the result of that function it is true or false. But here there is no true false result. It will convert the entire string into lower case, that is lower. Then if it is upper, it will convert the entire string into uppercase. And if it is title, it will convert the entire string into title case. Title case means the first character of the word in a sentence is in capital letter form. That is title case. So you just write this program. S1 is equal to hello, S2 is equal to 3, S3 is equal to Goldie. Then print S1 dot lower. If you want to convert S1 into lowercase, the statement it is S1 dot lower. If you want to convert S2 into lowercase, the statement it is S2 dot lower. S2 dot lower will convert the content of S1 into lowercase. S2 dot lower means the content of S2 is converted to lowercase. S3 dot lower means the content of S3, that is Goldie, is converted to lowercase. Just write the output here. After hash, just write the output. What is S1 dot lower, S2 dot lower, S3 dot lower, Aman, read the first three answers. What is S1 dot lower?
We will convert hello into lowercase.
Now, what is the content of S1?
Hello.
So what is the result?
It will change to lowercase h.
HELLO, small letter. Here the S1 content, it is in small letter, so it will display the same. Okay. Then what about the second one, Aman? What is the
They will
result?
change into lowercase.
Then
Small
what?
letters.
So it is THERE in small letter. Okay. The next one,
It will also change into lowercase.
Then? GOLDY, Goldie. Okay. Then Ranil, what about the fourth one? S1 dot upper.
Send out upper.
Hmm.
Hello. We should make it into H capital.
Only H. No, all the letters.
All the
Okay.
letters.
HELLO in capital letter. Okay. S1 dot upper means S1, the content it is small letter hello. So dot upper means all these characters are converted to uppercase. So the result it is HELLO. Then what about the second one? S2 dot upper. Renil, continue.
Okay. S3 dot up.
S2 dot
S2.
upper.
No change.
No change. That is THERE. Pranav, what is the result of S3 dot upper? Pranav? No response. Jees? What is S3 dot upper, Jees? S3 dot upper.
Gold.
What, Jees?
Gold.
How we can represent that Goldie? S3 dot upper. S3, the content it is Goldie. How is the result after S3 dot upper? Jees? Okay, it is GOLDY. Then S4 it is to be or not to be, and S5 it is to be or not to be. Then print S4 dot title. S4 dot title means we just convert that S4 into title case. Here there is no difference. All the words are starting with capital letter. So there is no difference. So it will appear just like to be or not to be. Then what about this S5? S5, the content, 2 it is capital letter. In the case of B, it is small letter. Here capital letter, then capital letter, here small letter, here capital letter. Then the result it is 2, it is okay. Then B is converted to B. That is first letter of the word is converted to capital letter. That is title case representation. Okay. Title case means first letter of the word. Here the word it is 2. The first letter it is T. It is capital. So there is no need of any change. So here the second word it is B. The first letter is small letter. So this function will convert this B into capital letter B. So it is BE. Then or it is okay because the first letter is capital. What, Niranjan? Okay. So or after that it is not the first character, it is capital letter, then there is no change. But here 2, the case of 2, first letter it is small letter, so you want to convert that one into capital, then B is okay. Is it clear? This lower, upper and title. Is it clear now, Rin?
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, but we are using hash in hello, there and all, right? Just for what?
This is for command line representation. This is hash means comment. If I'm using this hello result in Python interpreter, when we just type like this along with this print statement, it will make some error. Okay. I want to display the result of this statement here. Okay. Along with this statement, I want to write the output also. But if we write like this, hello, without this hash symbol, after running, when we run the program, it will make some error because this hello is not a Python statement. Okay, this is one of the explanation. So if you want to give the explanation of the statement or result of the statement here, start with hash symbol. Otherwise, we can't write a statement like this. It will make some error. Is it clear now, Rin?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubt, anyone? Okay. So this is lower, upper and title. The next one it is swap case is not for you. Then find. Next one it is find. Find returns the lowest index in the string where the substring found within the slice range of start and end. And it returns -1 if sub is not found. It returns -1 if sub is not found. So find is used to return the index value. That is, it is not for returning the string. It will return the lowest index in the string. I want to find one substring in a string. After finding the substring in a string, it will return the lowest index value of that substring. That is find. So here, A, B, C, D, E is the string. Here the index values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I want to check if C is present, C, D, E is present in the string. I want to check C, D, E is present or not. So when we use this find function will check this substring is present in the string. Here it is present, C, D, E is present. So it will return the lowest index value of that substring. Here, the lowest index value of the CDE, it is 2. So result of find, it is 2. Okay. So find is used for finding a particular substring is present in the string, but if that substring is present in the string, it will return not the substring, it will return the lowest index value of that substring. So here I want to check CD is present in the string. So this find function will check if this substring is present here. Here it is present. So if it is present, it will return the lowest index value. Here the index value 2, 3, 4. Lowest index value is 2. So it will return 2. Okay. And if that string is not there, it will return -1. So after using this find statement, if the result is -1 means that substring is not there. It is not present in that string. Or we can't find that substring in that string. That is the meaning. If after executing this find statement, if the result is -1, that means that substring is not there in that string. Or if it is a positive value, that means that particular substring is there. It is present in that string. Is it clear? That is find. Okay. Find, the word meaning it is find something, find substring. It is also used for find the substring in a string, but it will return index value, the lowest index value. All of you switch on the video. Okay, so it will return the lowest index value. So if that particular substring is not there, then it will return -1. Okay, write this program statements. S1 is equal to hello world, sub is equal to world. Here 3 parameters are used along with this find function. So S1 dot find sub comma 3 comma 7. Here sub is the substring value, 3 is the start value, 7 is the stop value, just like our range function. Just like our range function, second parameter is the start value and last parameter is the, it's not start value, it is stop value. It is stop value. Okay, start and stop. Here, this is the substring that you want to find in the string. Here, S1 is the string. So hello world is the string. I want to check this substring is present in this string. For that, the statement it is S1 dot find sub comma 3 comma 7. Okay, sub comma 3 comma 7. The meaning is that here here WOR is the substring. The start value it is here, this is the word hello world. Index value are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. One space is there, it is 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, here 5 is for space. One space is there, so 5 is for space. So here we are starting from 3. So this is the third position. Then from, so this is 3 to 7. 7 means 7 is not including, so only LO space W. So this find function will check if this WOR present within this limit. Okay, it will check if this WOR is present within this list. Here, what is the result? Here, what is the result, Tom?
-1.
Yes, it is -1. Here, the result it is -1 because this WOR is not there within this 3 to 7. WOR is not there. Okay, so the result it is -1. Then what about this sub 3 comma 11? Jacob, what is sub comma 3 comma 11? Jacob Johnny, what is the result?
I didn't understand this.
What?
I didn't understand this.
Okay, you just listen here. S1 dot find sub comma 3 comma 7 means sub is the substring. Here sub means WOR. This find function will check this WOR present in this string or not. Okay, for that purpose we are using this find. So find sub means this find function will check this WOR is present in this S1. And here one limit is there, that is 3 to 7. That means 3 means it is L, 7 is not included, so last value is 6. So within this range, that is LO space W, within this range, this sub is present or not? That is the question. Here it is not there, so it will return. If that substring is not there, we can't find that substring within this range, then the result is -1. If it is present, then it will return the lowest index value. If I am checking LLO is present, then here LLO is present, then it will return the lowest index value. That is here the lowest index value, it is 2. So it will return 2. Okay, Jacob? Is it clear, Jacob?
Yes, ma'am.
Then what is the result of this one? That is, first you want to check the range. That is here 3 to 11. What is 3, Jacob?
L.
L. So from L, 11. What is 11?
11 is not there.
11 is not there. So the last value. So this is the range 3 to 10. So within this range, if that substring is present or not. Is it present, Jacob?
Yes.
Then where is that? This WOR is present. Okay. From this WOR, the value returned, it is lowest index value. Which is the lowest index value of that WOR? Jacob? Which is the lowest index value? Jacob? Unmute, Jacob. Here, what is the lowest index value? Here, WOR is the word. We just find that word within this string. If it is found, then it will return the lowest index value. Aman, which is the lowest index value?
6.
Yes, it is 6. Correct, Aman. So the result, it is 6. Is it clear, Jacob? Is it clear? Any doubt related with this find function? Anyone? Any doubt? Is it clear, Renil? Renil?
Ma'am, can you just explain it again?
Okay, okay. Okay, here S1, the string, it is HELLO WORLD. This is the S1 string. S1 is equal to. First, you want to know the indexing of this string. Indexing is starting from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. One space is there. That is 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So these are the index values for this string hello world. Then here I am using a variable sub. The content of that sub is WOR. The first statement, it is print S1 dot find sub comma 3 comma 7, means here 3 is the start value. 7 is the stop value. So first you want to find out the range. For that I am using the start and stop value. First you want to find the range. So 3 is the first value. So this is 3. Then 7 is the stop value. 7 stop value is excluded. So this is the last portion. 7 is the stop value, but we can't include that 7. So the range, it is 3, 4, 5, and 6. So only 4 values, L, O, space, and W. Okay. Then, so we get that range. Then within that range, we are checking if this substring is present or not. The substring means WOR. this WOR present here or not. For that purpose, we are using this find function. Okay. Here WOR is not within this range. Here WOR is not there. Here only LO space W. So if that substring is not there, it will return -1. Okay. Then next step, next statement, it is S1 dot find sub comma 3 comma 11. Okay. So starting from 3, so first you want to find out the range. So starting value is 3, so we are starting from 3. Last value is 11, 11 is not there, that means 10. 10 is the last content. So this is the range. So you want to find this sub is present within this range. Sub means WOR. Here WOR is present. So this is the substring. If we found that substring within this string, this find function will return the lowest index value of that substring. Lowest index values are 6, 7, 8. Which is the lowest index value? It is 6. Okay. So the 6 is returned. So the result of this find statement, it is 6. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that is find function. Then next one, it is swap case find. Then write the next one, it is index. Index. Just write the definition. It is quite similar to find. It is quite similar to find. That is, it is almost same as find, but the difference is that it is same as find. Only one difference. It raises an exemption error if the substring is not present in the given string. It raises, this index function will raises an exemption error. Within bracket, you just write it is value error. The error name, it is value error. Exemption error. Exemption error or value error if the substring is not present in the given string. If the substring is not present in the given string. If the substring is not present in the given string. That is, this, in the case of find function, if that particular substring is not there, it will return -1 as result. Okay. But in the case of index function, if the substring is present, then it will return the lowest index value, same as that of find. But in the case of if that particular substring is not present, then it will return one error message. You just do this program in the interpreter. Okay, do one program, that is S1 is equal to hello, then print S1 dot index. Here I am not giving any start and stop value. If there is no start and stop value, it will search in the entire string. Okay, so it will check this it will, this index function will check if this substring is present in this S1. So here it is not present, then it will return a set of error messages, and the last error, it is value error. Okay. So after the class, you just type this program in the interpreter and just identify what is the difference between this find and index. So if we are using this find, then if that particular substring is not there, then the result, it is -1. If you are using this index function, if that particular substring is not there, it will return one error message. That is the difference between find and index. Okay. Is it clear? The difference between find and index?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then is alpha is over is num is digit title. The next one, it is count. Write the heading count. Write the definition. This function returns number of times substring str, number of times substring str occur in the given string. Just write this example. S1 is equal to here it will return the number of occurrences of a substring in a string. Okay. So here this count function will display or return the number of occurrences of a particular substring. Here the first statement, it is print s1.count hello. Hello is the substring. Here 12 is the start value and 25 is the stop value. Same as that of that find. 12 is the start value, 25 is the stop value. Okay. All of you switch on the video, children. Okay. So which is 12? Here it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we are starting from here. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. The last value is 25. 25 is not there, so we'll take the last value also. So this is the range. So within this range, how many times this word occur or word will appear? That is the result of this count. Here, what is the result, Anaga?
Two.
Yes, it is 2. Okay, so here first you want to find out the range, that is starting from 12. So from 0, I'm giving position value or index value for this string, and starting from 12 means starting from H. And the last value is 25. 25 is not there, so we'll take last character also. So this is the range. Within this range, how many times this substring will appear? For that purpose, we are using this count. So here, first time, then second time. So the result of this statement, it is 2. 2 hellos are there. Within this range, 2 hellos are there. So the result, it is 2. Then what about this S1 dot count? Ranil, here there is no start value and stop value. That means you want to check in the entire string. Ranil, what is the result, Ranil?
I don't know.
What, Ranil?
I don't know, ma'am.
Why? Count is used to check if this substring, here substring means hello. This hello, how many times this hello will appear in the entire string? That is the question. Ranil, you just calculate how many hellos are there in that string.
Ma'am, which string, ma'am?
Here, this is the question, S1 dot count. So here S1 means this one.
Only 2 hellos.
Only 2.
Okay.
Once again, you check, Ranil. Only 2 hello.
S1 is equal to hello world, and
Here 1, 2, 3 hellos are there.
oh, ma'am, I thought that was world.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3. So S1 dot count of hello. If there is no start and stop value means it will check, this count will check in the entire string. If there is a start and stop value, first you want to find out the range using this start and stop value. Then only we can calculate the number of substring. Here count simply a substring without start and stop value means this word, this count will check in the entire string. So here 3 hellos are there. Is it clear, children? Is it clear? Okay. Any doubt related with this count? No. Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay, Rahul. So